this microphone and the shot right here. Test. So we have the microphone and the shot. Um, let's see what Instagram is looking like. Instagram. Oh, let me slide over for Instagram. Just to make sure that we are even and straight. Instagram, I should be able to be that way. I got Jiraiya in the background too for the Instagram shot. It's pretty litty. All right. All right, let's see phone. Let's see how we're looking. Alrighty, what's going on, beautiful people? Good morning. Hope all is well. So today we're doing a Q&A. I went on Instagram yesterday and asked a question, the question post, and said, "Hey, do y'all have any content creator questions?" Simply because I notice at the end of the year for me, I get a lot of DMs, calls, text messages, FaceTime. Now it's mostly audio messages from clients, which I always love. It's let's see how we're looking on YouTube. Just from clients, which I always love. All right, so we're sounding great. So I get a lot of messages from clients, and it's basically, hey, what is the best camera for this particular thing? And it's always at the end of the year. So it's always a friend or family or just a random person on social media. They're like, "Hey, I saw this thing. Could this thing be used for podcast?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no." And my whole goal has always been like, "All right, let's see if I can get them to do a consultation." All right, cool, let's do a consultation. But it never really ends up that way. It's always just like a string of messages on Instagram, and especially when I buy something. So I recently just got the DJI Mic 3. It's a great wireless microphone. They're phenomenal. I ended up buying two more, so now I have four of these microphones, and they're great. So I had posted an image, and somebody randomly said, "Hey, is this thing worth it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think so." if I bought four of those microphones, I think it's worth it. Glad you're on. I'm thinking about joining Libsyn for my old school. Oh, do it, man. Um, I I didn't even realize I wore this. I didn't realize that I was gonna wear this shirt until I was like, let me just put it on. Appreciate it, brother. Let me put your comment on the screen here. Yeah, I basically let me just actually test it out for Instagram as well to make sure that we are balanced on both, because I would hate to have the comments look good on YouTube, but they don't look good on Instagram. So let's fix that right quickie. All right, I think we look good right there, probably. Yeah, probably. We could just increase this photo. I was tempted on using my PC. My PC is right here. I was tempted on using it on the stream today, but I was like, Ecamm is just so clutch. Ecamm just makes Ecamm just makes everything so easy. So it's like, what would be the point for me to use the PC? So I'd much rather just use my Mac. Ecamm, of course, is great. So I did have the question of, hey, is this thing worth it? The DJI Mic 3. And again, just to reiterate, I did actually buy. I'm curious about. I'm curious about the ads. Oh, in what way? In what way you're curious? Like, what do you mean? Ecamm is great. Ecamm is great. But what are your hey? Let's answer the questions. Any questions you have about the ads, whatever ads they are, please. This is the time. Ask those questions. We're here. Let me know whatever it is that you want to know. Let's get them. Let's get those answers out there. So, it's funny. Um, oh man, Kim, what's going on? It's early for you, I think. Hope all is well. We are locked in. I was like, let me just do yesterday I decided to do a live stream. So I had a shoot coming up today, and the client rescheduled. So I was going to be up anyway. So I already made up my mind. You know what? We rescheduled. I'm going to be up anyway. So instead of sleeping, instead of recharging, I was like, let me just go live. Let me show this client what they're missing. They're missing Gil. So I'm going to show them. So we're supposed to do like a video shoot or something. And I'm like, yeah, let's just go live. I have all the notifications enabled. And yeah, it's weird. See, I told you. It's weird. So on threads, I have you on alerts, TMI, I guess. And I have you, I have like a few other people. And it's just no matter what, it'll work for a couple of days and then it'll stop. On Instagram, on YouTube, it's like they do not want adequate connections with people, like real people. But anytime I have like some random post, like a random post goes viral, that's when it'll like push them. I'm like, I don't even follow these people. So why are you sending me alerts to accounts that I don't even follow? Yeah, I'm about to take the kid up to daycare. Nice. I have a question. What kind of PC? Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Thanks for asking that question. Oh, well, I love my PC's right here. It's off right now. Um, but to be honest, I love talking about it because it's something that I said that I wanted to do and I went out and did it. And I did it at a time where it was super convenient. It was this year, literally like, I don't even know, like how many months ago was that? Like 4 or 5 months now. And it's been great. It's been phenomenal. The PC purposefully was built for video editing, particularly podcast production. I have this adapter thing, and I know I'm going in, but I bought this Elgato adapter thing, which enables me to connect up to four 4K cameras. So in theory, if I wanted to do a video podcast, I can record the video podcast in there, like on the computer, edit it live and everything. Like it's phenomenal. Yeah, RAM is super expensive, and I had a friend of mine. He was saying because when I built it, I initially built it and it was 32 gigs of RAM, and I was like, my friend was like, "Oh, that's enough for you. That's enough." And I'm like, I'd get 64. So maybe like 2 or 3 months into the PC and putting it through its paces, 32 gigs is fine. I went and got 64, and the thing was way better for me. And I really wanted to get like what 128 or 92. And I was like, that's stretching it, Gil. I don't think I need that much. Now I wish I did. Now I really wish I just went all out and got as much RAM as possible. Um, the case, I love the case. I love everything about this computer. It's like every once in a while, I say I'm gonna film a video on. I have BTS videos of me building the PC. I just have to like put it together. RAM is 2 to 3 times. Yeah, it's crazy. Um, and it's not really fair. And this is why, and I know we're going into a different topic here, but this is why I want regulation in regards to AI. Not in the sense of, hey, let us know if this video is AI or not, but it's also, how can a company decide to say, hey, we're not supporting you anymore. We're supporting where the money's at. And it's great. That's cool. You should definitely do things for the money. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's all about the bottom dollar. They don't, but it's like, really, you're basically saying screw us and jump into supporting like data farms. It's insane. I think the next MacBook or Mac Mini I get, I'll go for 32 gigs version. I've learned yeah, it's always, that's the whole thing. So on my PC, I have 64 gigs of RAM and 8.1 terabytes of storage. Uh, and the way, and I'm pretty sure Kim and Uncle Dandy, pretty sure you are familiar with like computer, like with PCs. You're able to have like multiple hard drives. So I purposefully built the PC. I have one 2 terabyte SSD for the operating system, a 4 terabyte dedicated to video editing. So while I'm editing a file or video project, it lives there. Then I have a completed project, which is like a 6 terabyte or something. Anyways, it's like 4 hard drives, and they all equate up to 8.1 terabytes. And I literally love this thing. And I really, now I'm thinking, I just need to sit down and just do a dedicated video about the PC. And, hello? Oui, bonjour, comment est la nous bien? Et vous-même? Mpase, map deson, map cheke sou li. M la ka la, mem nan ofis la kanya, map fe an video. Oui. Oh oui, nou konen deja. Oh, nou retire. Ok, merci. Ok, bye. Sorry, my mother-in-law called. But yeah, I was like, I should probably not answer that, but I was like, it's probably an emergency. In my mind, I'm like, there's gonna be one day somebody's gonna call and I'm doing a live stream, and they're really gonna need me. And my mother-in-law just called, but she didn't really need me. It wasn't anything serious. Um, but yeah, I think getting when you get a computer, when you get anything, my whole theory is like, okay, let's start over. My brain was flustered after what she was telling me. When I buy anything, I just think about the thing that I'm currently doing now. So when I built this PC, when I got this MacBook Pro, I thought to myself, all right, I want to get into video production. I was doing photography at one point in time. So I have a iMac 2017 on the other side of the room from 2012. It has 16 gigs of RAM, but then I upgraded it to a 32 gigs back when you could actually upgrade it yourself. And I have a 1 terabyte SSD. So I use that to edit photos. And actually, I remember when I was building it, configuring it, and talking to friends, they're like, this is kind of overkill for photo editing. And it's an i7. And they're like, you don't really need that. You could just get by with like a 512 megabyte, whatever, gigabyte hard drive. You should be fine. i5 it's fine. You don't need this big old monitor. You could get by with a 21-inch. And I was like, no, go big or go home. And I told myself, I really plan on using this computer for years to come. And it's 2026 pretty much, right? And my iMac from 2012 still works. It's still functional. Um, I it has the same hard drive from back then. It also has 32 or 32 gigs of RAM. It's phenomenal. I use it every once in a while to back up stuff to my server. but you should always get more than what you need because you never know what you're going to jump into. And eventually, when I got my Mac, when the iMac, not Gil flexing on us. Yeah, my mother-in-law. But yeah, I think the thing that most people mess up on is cheaping out, like being super cheap. What's that term? It's I forget that word, but it's a word where you are basically like just being cheap. Like you're just being cheap. And when you're cheap, you end up like wasting a lot of energy and a lot of time. So I went and got this adapter for my DJI mic. So now let's cover my face there. Come on, you're not gonna focus, dog. There we go. So this adapter sits on top of my camera, so I no longer need a cable for the audio. Um, and I was like, I don't really need that. I don't really need that. And then I ended up being in a situation where I lost the audio cable for this DJI mic, and I was like, all right, I need to buy that thing. I didn't lose it. I just misplaced it. I was like, how did I misplace this thing? Like, what the hell? So now I bought this adapter that sits on top of my camera, and I'll be able to use my microphones. And it's like one of those things where it's like, just get it. Whatever you need to help make your job easier, get it. That's RAM, that's computer. Well, right now RAM prices or computer prices are going to be astronomical in the next couple of years, I think. I forecast simply because of how much RAM is. And I truly believe that let's see here. I initially did that with the microphones. Now I have a box of cheap USB mics. Yeah, that's that's the sad part. That's the part where it becomes like wasteful. And what I would simply do is um, find a nonprofit, find a school, and just donate it. Donate those microphones, or friends or family. Donate those microphones that you're not using. Um, Kim had sent me a microphone and I think like a headphone that she wasn't using, and I do the same with other friends. Like I do the same thing. So if you're not using anything, just give it to somebody else versus throwing it out. You can sell it. You can sell it if you want to. That works as well. But I think yeah, I think when you're starting out, you kind of want to save. What do you call that? I forget the word. It's a smart word, so it doesn't stick in my brain. Uh, I don't remember. It's like when you're being very stagnant and not wanting to like move or change. It's something mindset. I forget what they call it. I don't know the word, but y'all know the word. Y'all smart people. It's just basically when you're just stagnant, you're not wanting to evolve or change or grow. Yeah, it's all that. Hey, what's going on, bro? Oh man, I'm trying to get like you, man. I'm trying to get like you. Um, Hope all is well, man. I had a I had a podcast today that we had to reschedule, so I was like, instead of me laying in bed, let me just go live. Monty, I think you have a PC as well. Do you? Do you use? I know you're on Mac too, but for some odd reason, want to say that you have a PC as well. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to think of that word that is kind of it's messing me in my mind. So I'm like, I got to get that word out. I don't even. I'm gonna try to Google it. Let me see. What is that freaking word? Stagnant mindset word. I don't I don't even know what even to search for. uh, let's look for cinnamon stationery. Immobile, passive. Nah, I'm not gonna find it. I'm not gonna find that word. But I've seen that word used a lot in like I do have a gaming PC that I use from time to time. Yeah. Did you I remember that. I remember seeing it or hear you talk about it. Do you have the Elgato capture card on that PC? Because I recently just got the Elgato capture card, which enables you to connect 4 cameras. And if you don't know, I actually built a PC like a few months ago, and it has changed my life. Mainly Mac now, free. Oh yeah. That's the thing. So I was debating that this morning. I said, oh, I should definitely use my PC to go live, and I wanted to do a 2 to 3 camera live setup, and I was like, nah, I'll just use Ecamm. Ecamm just plug up my MacBook to my Rode Streamer X, one HDMI in, and I'll be fine. And it's working. It's pretty good. I love using my PC. It's amazing. It just one of my favorite things is editing photos. Editing photos on my MacBook is fine. A little bit slow from time to time, especially when I'm like taking a raw image, denoising it back to back, like denoising images back to back. It does numbers on my RAM. So I have a MacBook Pro M4, I think just a regular M4. That's where my problem was, right? I have a oh, I don't know M4. I'm lying. M3 Pro, and it's 18 gigs of RAM, which at the time, I was like, you know what, this should be fine. This should be okay. It's not okay. I can edit 4K video with it on Final Cut. It's amazing. It does what it needs to do. But using my PC to edit video has just been like using DaVinci Resolve. I even used CapCut one or two, 3 times on my PC, and it was just flying. Like the ability to just dedicate rendering and dedicate exports to a video card. I have a i9 processor, i9 Ultra processor. I have a 5060 Ti overclock video card. So it's great. It's amazing. So it's probably one of the greatest experiences for production ever. I haven't used it for live recording or live production yet for clients, but I could only imagine how amazing it'll be. I have tested it. Um, I have done a few situations with it where I connected up to 4 cameras, and it was great in the testing environment. But um, as far as filming for a paid gig, I don't see, I don't know. I don't really see that. Yeah, Lipson shirt. I just made my account using your code. Yo, I appreciate it, bro. Hit me up. I'll definitely talk to you about that. And if you need help, because yeah, you definitely Lipson is one of the oldest podcast hosting platforms, and I didn't even really think about the shirt when I hopped on the stream. I was like, it's right there. Let me just put it on. Put on an orange cap, orange and teal, good combo. Just thinking cinematics, orange and teal. I'm such a nerd. And I was like, oh, this works. And I was like, oh, I hope people don't think this is a sponsored live stream. Uh, but yeah, I think, man, I'm back to that word again, and it's I can't. It's right there on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember the word. It's man, it's All right. But anyways, with anything that you want to do not be the word that I'm trying to think of. It's stagnant. I can't think of it. I think I need like matcha or coffee to help me figure it out. Hey, what's going on, brother? Hope all is well. Man, we're here, man. Early morning, doing a live stream. I'm trying to think of this word, man, but I can't. It's gonna bother me, and I'm randomly just gonna post it on Threads later today. But anytime you have, like, I know you have a ZR, so anytime you have the opportunity or the ability to grow as an individual, you should do so reasonably and responsibly. And I want to get into that later about responsibly creating content in the age of AI. But we were talking about building a PC, penny wise, penny wise, but pound foolish. No, man. No, not the word, but a phrase. Okay. No, 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 no. It's just the word. It's like, and I use it all the time. So when I got my PC camera, whatever the case is, you always want to buy something that has the ability to do more than just what it's doing. Um, and there are people who just will literally get the bare minimum and then just get what they need just to get by, and they are struggling, stressed out, not able to perform for themselves or for their clients, and they put themselves in a situation where it's like, dude, if you would have just spent like an extra $100, you would be better off. But yeah, most people don't do that. It's not future proofing. It's like one word. And I want to say it starts with an S. People are very, and it's not selfish. I can't think of the word, and it's bothering me. But future proofing is definitely good. That's essentially what it is. But the word that I'm thinking of, like, it's a negative connotation, right? It's like somebody who doesn't want to future proof, who is like penny pinching. Um, I I would say church folks use this word a lot, but I can't think of it. But as far as future proofing, always future proof. Um, Again, early in the stream, I talked about how I got the DJI Mic 3s. I have four of them, and I went and got this adapter that you put on top of your camera. This is my beautiful Sony A7C. So this adapter sits right on top of the hot shoe, and it pretty much doesn't require me to plug in an audio jack. The audio goes straight into the camera. So I have one, two, actually I labeled them as well. I have one, two, three, four. So four DJI Mic 3s. What is the other ones in the case? So I have four of them, and what ends up happening is all four microphones audio are recorded individually, so they have storage inside of them, and I could control all of them with the receiver on top of the camera. It's amazing. So I had a podcast that I did outdoors, and that's what I used. Normally, I'll use the Shure SM7B, and the Shure SM7B, they're great. Backsliding, stingy? No, it's not that. It's situational. Nah, it's I can't think of it. I made the mistake of buying the bare minimum. Oh no, no. No, never again. You can't do that, dude. We waste a lot of time and energy. Short-sighted. It's not. No, it's not short-sighted. It's all right, let's focus on this. I want to say it's like a church folk that they've said. Heard people say it's it has the word mindset in there in that phrase, I guess. So it's not a word, more like a phrase. It's not mindset. Um, I can't think. Something mindset. What's a word that says something mindset, negative connotation? Let me ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT, what's a word? Mindset and means negative, like they are stingy. Scarcity mindset. That's the word. Scarcity. Scarcity mindset. Poverty mindset, same phrase, but scarcity. Like a lot of people have this whole scarcity mindset. that's that's the word. Like they have this whole thing of like just fear. Like they're pretty much operating off of fear. That was a sermon that I heard like many moons ago, and that has like stuck with me. But yeah, the scarcity mindset, a mindset of way of thinking and focusing on something you don't have enough. The scarce resources is often money. Like, and then that's how they move. Like even when people don't aren't in the scarcity mindset, they fully I'm fully invested. The word. Yeah, scarcity mindset. That's what it is. Appreciate the love, man. We got it. So we have a question here. Tonight we're recording with a Sony camera, and I tried to use Camlink, but for some reason Camlink didn't pick up the camera through HDMI. It worked on the ATEM, but not the Camlink. The reason it didn't work is because on your Sony camera, you have the output of the HDMI as 4K, 21, was it 2160? Yeah, I think you have what, let's see here. So let's actually, now I'm thinking I really wish I had my, so here's what we'll do. What I'll do is, I'm trying to like show it to you in the best way possible. So this is the A7C. So I'm assuming we have like the same camera type, right? So what you want to do is you want to go to the briefcase and go to page 3 of 6, then go to HDMI settings. And what you want to do is go down to output. So the HDMI, where is it? So HDMI settings, you want to do 1080p, not 2160p/1080p. You want it to be 1080p or 4K. Actually, you want to change it to 4K because the Camlink does 4K. So with the ATEM, you have it set to 1080. You should probably just turn it on to 2160p, or if that doesn't work, try auto and just make sure the HDMI resolution is set to auto, but just play around with it. I'm gonna see it right here. I don't know if you can see it. Boop, boop. Okay, there we go. HDMI resolution 2160p, or is probably set to 1080 for the ATEM, but make sure it's set to auto just in case. Just play around with the settings. That's pretty much it. And there you go. Let me know if it works. Is there something I'm missing? Nope. That was pretty much the setting because you probably set it to 1080 on the ATEM. The ATEM only takes in 1080, doesn't take in 4K. So that's definitely why that didn't work. Okay, and I'll text it to you too. So because that is something that bugged me a lot. That's how I knew the answer. Because I'll build studios for clients and then they'll have the scarcity mindset and not get a Camlink 4K, but get like something like a Walmart version or something like that, or from Amazon, and they'll get like a cheaper video card. And what end up happening is, hey, this thing's not working. It's not. I was like, oh yeah, because you have to get the adequate settings for the camera. That way you can export it appropriately. Yeah, man, it's that scarcity mindset will always mess us up. And I think it's not to be philosophical here, but what it stems from is from like when we started out as creators, because we're like penny pinching. Like I remember my first camera, it was a $300 camera that I got from a thrift store, and I paid $20 for it. And it was a great photo and video camera. I shot some of my first short films, did a lot of photography, learned photography with that camera. And then the next one was like a camera from BJ's, so it's like I got a penny pinch, gotta scrape by just to get my creative thing going. And then eventually you're like, no, I'm doing this thing now. I'm super serious about this thing. Let me jump into it. And it's going to cost, like most things. Most things cost money. But yeah, the scarcity mindset will ruin you. Yeah, because I remember a couple years ago, I had a friend of mine. I was helping her build like just a production list of equipment. And what ended up happening was she said she can't spend that much money on her computer. She can't spend that much money on the camera. So she's going to get like a budget version of each. What ended up happening, I think she got I want to say it was the Canon EOS M50 or something. It was some Canon camera that didn't have a clean HDMI. I don't remember if it was the EOS M50. Hey, oh yeah, you gotta invest in your dreams, bro. Always have to invest in your dreams. That scarcity mindset will ruin you. But I had a friend of mine. She basically was penny pinching and got her computer, like a cheap computer and a cheap camera. She bought her camera, and the camera doesn't have a clean HDMI, which would basically not allow you to do this with your camera. And it would have like all the words up top of it and stuff like that. Like it'll look like this. Let me show you. Perfect example. I'll show you right here. So info, and oh, it won't let me do it. But anyway, it would have like words all through the camera. It'll look like this. It'll basically like you'd see all of the crap there. Come on, focus, baby. Focus. It was bad. It was super annoying. And she recorded something, and the autofocus was bad, the audio was bad, and she's like, hey, can you help me edit it? And I was like, sure, I'll help you edit it because I'm your friend, but we wouldn't be here in this situation if you would just did what you needed to do. By the way, I think we're getting the camera you suggested. The price is dropped by what? You better get that. You better hop on that. Like, you end up spending more buying the cheaper alternatives than getting the more expensive one that would make you one and done. 100%. My first full frame camera was the Nikon D750, and it was something that I told my wife, like, I'm moving from crop to full frame. And I remember she said something in regards to like, no, full frame and crop just might be a gimmick because she doesn't understand cameras. She said it's just a gimmick just to make you like, it's propaganda. And I understand that. Like in most consumer worlds, they have the pro version of stuff. But I was like, babe, this is actual mathematical fact that full frame allows you to get more into the camera, more light, more stability, more professional looking ish. And when we got it, she was like, yeah, this is way better. But the EOS M50 does not have a clean HDMI. I had to get the EOS M50 Mark II. So it was that. So it was the EOS M50, and I think it wasn't a long time ago. It was more like a year or two ago. And then I told her, don't get the EOS M50 because the EOS M50 is no longer supported by Canon. So you don't have any firmware updates. You don't have a lot of other cool bells and whistles that are coming out. Like it's no longer supported. So she got it because it was like cheap, it's used, whatever the case is. And her computer, I told her, like, I'm not an Apple fanboy. I'm not a Mac PC overlord person. But what I do understand is I like to think for my clients. And I have built a lot of spaces. I've built a lot of editing and production systems and processes for brands, businesses, law firms, uh, not hospitals, but health offices. You get the idea. So I understand how people think. So if I suggest you get a MacBook, it's not because I'm some Apple shill. I'm a person who looks and observes. You're using an Apple Watch, you're using an iPhone, and you have an iPad. Like that's what you have. So you understand the Apple ecosystem, and even more recently, like the new Apple operating system looks and feels more like Mac OS or iOS. So when she got a PC, it threw me. I was like, why did you get this? Oh, because it's cheap. It's super cheap. But now you don't have AirDrop. Now you don't have all these other things that make your life easier. Now you're like emailing, emailing your photos to your phone. It's crazy. What are we doing? What are we doing? It was. I love her to death, but it's like, and she's never see this live stream, but it's like, why do you have this scarcity mindset? In her defense, she could have got the EOS webcam utility. That would have been, yeah, I've been using since my HDMI. Okay, so I didn't know that because I don't, yeah. So now I know that. So I'm putting that in my brain. So in the next client, because the EOS M50, it's all over the internet now. People are using this thing to record content. The 50 Mark II, but yeah, I have like one or two clients that have that. I think you're like one of them. No, it's somebody else that has that thing. But either way, that scarcity mindset. Keep saying that word because I kept trying to remember what that word is, and I got it down packed. Um, let's see if we have any other questions here. Let me actually go to the questions that I had on Instagram. That was the purpose of this live stream. So I had a few questions that people had asked me on Instagram. We have one from a user named Steak Kato. He asks, "Are you using tools like Sora for any client work?" And I answered it with a video. All right, hey Tim, you have a question? Please, I'm begging Tim, please, 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 don't do it. Whatever your question is, I'm begging you. I'm begging Tim. Let it be PG. 593, dog. 539. 539. But I had so somebody was asking me, do I have keep it PG? Okay. All right, perfect. So I had where is the rest of your hat? Okay, where's the rest of my hat? It's a brimless hat. It's brimless. It's brimless. I have a whole rack of them on my door, dog. I have brown, blue. I love these hats. They're amazing. Brimless hats all day. Like I love because I could just put them on, take them off. It's amazing. It's they're the best. I was scared for a second, bro. I was scared. I was scared. I was scared. I was legit scared. Oh man. Hey, Kato's here. Just saw your Sora response to my question. That's hilarious. So he asked a question, are you using tools like Sora for client work? And the answer is no. the only I so I don't use any image manipulation AI tools for clients. The only tools that I use are audio manipulations tools like DaVinci Resolve, the video editing software. So if I had a client read a whole script and then they mispronounced the word or they said something wrong, I can go into DaVinci Resolve and actually make them say the word. I use that, or I'll use 11 Labs. It has been great. Like technology is crazy now. It's you really can't fail. Only way you fail is not keeping up. Um, what? Yeah, right. The only way to keep up is to be aware of what is going on in the world of tech. So yeah, I think it's very irresponsible of you as a creator to not, or a person who produces content for people. I wouldn't say a creator. Let me fix that. I think it's very irresponsible for you if you create content for clients, brands, or businesses for you to not be aware of what's going on with AI. So I would never use Sora because obviously Sora stores visual and audio data of my clients, and they didn't, I'm not gonna like, hey, let me take your picture and make a bunch of Sora ads for you. Like that's pretty much illegal. I'm stealing their identity. Um, but in regards to using DaVinci Resolve, it's pretty much just the audio, and I'm not making them say anything outside of what we agreed on. So I do talk to my clients, but hey, you messed up here, and they're like, oh my gosh, let's reshoot it. Like, no, can I use this particular tool to fix that? So that's the only thing that I use. Gotta jump off. Just wanted to pop in and give some support. You're doing a damn great job. It's great hearing you speak and share knowledge and experience you have. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you, man. I really do. Um, Thanks for hopping in and making me laugh about my hat. All right, man. Peace. All right. So Kim says, "Oh, I have a question. Do you have a suggested preset or setting in Auphonic for cleaning up voices?" I sure do. Let me see. Um, I have a bunch of presets because I have been using Auphonic since Auphonic was Auphonic. So I have, all right, presets. My presets are so weird. All right, so I have a preset for removing like a split. I have one that says my presets are all over the place. So I have one for that I use all the time called remove. So it just removes background noises, speech isolation, uh, and I also have one for music. So if there's music, I have just a bunch. I have one for cut filler words and cough and silences. Can I share these? I wonder if I could share these. I don't know. Oh, I can share. Yeah, I could share my presets. No, I can't. Oh, no, the one, yeah, I could, yeah, I could share my presets. Yeah. So, yeah, I have a bunch of them that I use. I use Auphonic and I use um, Adobe's speech enhance tool. My mic sounds so bad and I can't figure out the right EQ. And the last time I ran it through Auphonic, it sounded like I was, no, what? No, that's bad. Um, Let me actually, when was that? Because, yeah, Auphonic always, even the free presets are great, but I have my own called Remove, and let's look through here. So I have Adaptive Leveler on mode default. I have Filter, Adaptive High Pass Filtering, Sound Target 16 LUFS for podcast and audio. I have a program for normalization mode. I have program loudness, and then I have noise reduction clicked on, speech isolation, keep speech, remove everything else, remove noise 100 dB. Yeah, and I don't do cutting. Like I don't let it do the cutting, but Yeah, I love Alphonic. Alphonic is my thing. It's definitely a me thing, so I'm curious about what I'm doing wrong. Hmm. I'm going to share my thing with you. How do I do that? Okay, share. I'll have to get your info. So I will DM you and send you the thing. Cause that's weird. I use Alphonic all the time. It's great. It's there's been times where Adobe Enhanced Speech Tool can't figure it out, and I'll run it through Alphonic, and it'll be like, "Hey, bro," and I'm like, "Hey, what's up? I need you to clean this audio," and it'll do it. I had one video. I do podcasts outdoors. Um, a lot of my clients, they hire me because they want to do an activation, want to do a podcast outside, and I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. But then there's like always like music and speakers blisting and blaring and being all crazy. So what I would do is I'll run that audio through Auphonic, and Auphonic will just know that music is playing and remove the music, and it'll sound decent. I'm sometimes I might have to just run it through. After that, I'll run it through Adobe, and I feel like Adobe adds words or makes like sometimes Adobe just makes it sound like they actually spoke on a microphone. Sometimes, but I find it does a good job by not implementing. I know they implement AI in some degree, but I feel like, and I can honestly say this, I feel like Auphonic cleans up the audio, makes it sound good, but Adobe makes it sound good, but also adds audio. I don't know. There'll be sometimes like I recorded something or a client recorded something because I also edit for people, and Adobe will make it sound like not them sometimes, randomly, not all the time, randomly, and it's weird. But let's get to the rest of the questions. What do I do besides content? And I answered the video. I answered the question by like uploading an AI video of me DJing. But other than creating content, I I mean I don't know. I want to say I draw. So I just got, but I've been using my Huion tablet to draw. So I've been drawing a lot lately. Goal is to actually make like a manga or a comic book. So I've been doing that. I used to have a comic book back in the day. It was very not PG. It was very funny and dark. So I want to get back into doing that, but obviously not make it dark and PG. Not make it dark and R-rated and stuff. Um, so yeah, I do that. I love listening to podcasts. So that's not doing content, but I love listening to podcasts. I love listening to audiobooks. I don't know, I just love listening to people. Also, I like going out with friends, going out drinking some beer, vibing, hanging out. I used to be in a bike group. I haven't been there. I haven't rode with them for a minute, but for a time I did love that. But yeah, best way to edit audio. It's killing me. Ooh, good question. Kim just had the same question. I use Auphonic, and I think I said that in the thing, but I use Auphonic. Also use Adobe uh, Speech Enhance tool. It's pretty cool, but Auphonic to me is just it's super easy, barely an inconvenience, especially if you have multiple audio sources. I think is the best. Audio sources meaning like if you have a 5, 3, 4 person podcast, it just makes editing thing easier. Best camera, best camera for a best camera for a starter podcast. Um, and I said the Sony ZV-1F, but honestly, you can just use your iPhone. So I actually have a course, shameless plug, about this. Like I have a course teaching you how to use your iPhone to podcast. It's pretty dope. Um, why do you like podcasts? So I had some cheesy response. I don't remember it, but what did I say? I said, I love I love people, I love cameras, I love tech, I love production and art. Podcasting is a mesh of all of those things. And and it's true. Like it's really true. Like like set design. I love all that. Love dealing with colors. I love dealing with light, making things sound or look good. And I didn't put this in here, but it's also the engineering background. So like, discovering Auphonic, putting it through its paces, learning what things to do in this scenario, learning what app to use for this particular situation. It's phenomenal. I love tinkering. So podcasting, it's all that. And I watch a lot of podcasts, so I'm always learning. Cause like I'll watch an episode and I learn so much about the relationship, the dynamic between the guest and the host, or the co-host, and all that. It's great. Um, the next question we have is, how do you make thumbnails? And I answered by saying, I take pictures. So I take the photos of whatever particular product, service, whatever is going on. I take a photo with my camera and then I edit it in Canva. So I edit the photos in Canva, and Canva's great. Canva has a bunch of cool uh, graphics and stuff like that. Just makes things to help make your thumbnail look pretty cool. And I think on the photo on the I answered it showing like a thumbnail that I did. Did I not do that? Oh snap! I don't think I answered, buddy. My bad. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I did answer, buddy. Okay. Yeah. So I take a photo of the subject and use Canva to add a title to the image. Yeah, it's phenomenal. Like I really love using that process. And I used to do like a screen grab, like a screenshot of whatever the video was about. Like, you get lazy. But I remember reading and watching a few videos of other creators saying the thumbnail should be the first thing that you think about when you're making a video. And it's true because it's the first thing that people see before they watch your video. So if you can get people in to the video first, that's great. So figure that part out. Um, that has always been like the struggle for me. Like, oh man, what can I do? And my most infamous video, like my most watched video, was a photo that I took. I didn't take the photo. I actually used Midjourney, but it was a photo that I designed in Photoshop, and then I went in not Lightroom, at Canva, and helped make it better. Like it was something that I took a lot of time and effort in, and it actually has the most views on my channel. And it's like, oh great, this is amazing. Like you put all the time into the thumbnail, and then you put as much time as possible into the YouTube video itself with the message. And like all right, let me see if I can find it. Let's see here. The video on my channel is, where is it? I think it's Final Fantasy VII Remake. How many times are they going to remake this game? It's a Final Cut Pro versus CapCut. And because those are the two apps I was using at the time. Um, both phenomenal apps. And there's like a whole discussion. Um, so right now that is my most viewed video ever, pretty much. It has 38,000 views. And I want to see if I could put the thumbnail. I'm gonna download it real quick. Download the thumbnail. Whoa, that's the wrong one. Why did it do that one?
How's it going, y'all? This video.
No, that's not what I want to do. Oh, I downloaded the video. You're so special, Gil. Downloaded pretty fast though. Save the downloads. Saving the downloads. All right. And then, bam. So that was like something super, super basic. Mostly I did the what's the best setup for someone starting in? Hey, yo. Honestly, a overhead shot. I would say overhead shot. I think because here's the crazy part. I've done like two shoot. Those were like a request. So one request was for that, for the foot thing. And then I had a funny idea. Let me go back to the camera. Where's my camera? So I had a funny idea to oh, let's replace asset. Come on, just turn off. Just wait, hold on here. Let me X out. There we go. So I had a funny idea while I was I had some stuff that Elgato sent me. They sent me a few tools and I went in, I think they sent me the Elgato pedal. I want to say I bought it. I don't even know. So I ended up getting the Elgato pedal. And I was like, okay, I want to make a video about this, see how it works. And I watched like a bunch of other people's videos and it was just my brain just went, I wonder what it looked like if some girl had like some heels on and like nail polish. And I contacted my homegirl. Hey, I need you to get your toes done, and we're going to film a video. And so I said, come over. I filmed the video. I talked about the Elgato pedal, how cool it is, and all that. And what I ended up doing was just using my Sony A7C overhead, like just overhead shot, and she would use the pedal, and that was it. But to answer your question, I think an overhead shot would work. I don't know how, because is it video? Like do people when they're doing feet, is it video? Because it was a video that I shot. Um, so I don't know. Mention me if you can. Oh, gotcha. I don't know, how do I mention? Let me see. Edit label. Edit layout label. Can you edit a story after you posted it? Let me know. I don't know. Because somebody's saying, hey, mention me if you can. I don't know. Oh, you can mention people after you post it. That is crazy. I had no idea. I'm learning, y'all. Look at me. I'm doing this thing. I had no idea you. No, you can't. No, you can. You can mention the person after the fact. That's crazy. It's right there the whole time at the bottom. So at the bottom, it says mention. Like I had no idea. I was like, why are you telling me to do something that I physically can't do? That is insane. That's freaking awesome. You just taught me something. I had no idea you I could do that. You could do you can mention someone after posting. All right. So after so you post a story, you can hit at the bottom, it'll say mention, and then you just pick whoever's in the story. Like their name won't pop up per se, right? But they'll be mentioned, they can share it. That's insane. I learned a lot. All right, I think that's all. And then now I just got mentioned on her story. That's awesome. I had no idea. So then now you could see you could see that. That's pretty cool. I had no idea. All right, y'all. I think we did it. We are at the hour mark. Thank you so much for tuning in. Um, this was fun. I want to do these more. I want to do more morning streams now. My day is I have like this high right now. My day is like started out. I work later today at 2. So started the day right with y'all. I feel really good. So I really appreciate y'all for tuning in, sticking with me, you know, helping me figure out words like scarcity mindset and blabbing about my PC. Thanks, Kim, for being here and nerding out with me. Thank you, everyone. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Love y'all. Peace.